Imperial Valley Press, Wednesday, August 27th, 2008. Headline article, That Hurts. Lack of budget hurts service, by Eric Belmar. Cruz Sanchez sat in his wheelchair Tuesday afternoon talking about the great services provided by Belmar Medical Transportation Services. Quote, they'd come pick me up, drop me off, get me from inside my house, they'd help with paperwork, the 54-year-old with diabetes said. Quote, they provide a great service, end quote. Belmar also used to take Sanchez to San Diego for doctor's appointments, but now, because of a lack of a state budget, Belmar is unable to provide that service. Quote, now I have to look for someone else to take me, Sanchez said. Since June, the state hasn't adopted a budget and in turn has affected businesses such as Belmar. Manuel Beltran, head of Belmar, and said 90% of his patients that utilize Belmar for its transportation services use Medi-Cal, and because there is no state budget, Beltran said no payment is coming from Medi-Cal. Without payment, Beltran has had to lay off 8 employees, about half of his staff, and has had to cut services by only transporting those who use walkers and wheelchairs, like Sanchez. Because the service is run through the state, Beltran said mandates may change on who is allowed to use the service, and he said soon his service might only be provided to those who use wheelchairs. Quote, when 70% of our clients use walkers and not wheelchairs, that's going to hurt us even more, he said. It's not at that point yet. But he said even now things are getting difficult just in running the business. Quote, we used to transport more than 100 patients a day, Beltran said. Now we're down to 50 or 60. He said he's had to turn to the local dial-a-ride and to transportation services provided by the Imperial Valley Association of Retarded Citizens. And while he said there has been some positive in getting to know those with dial-a-ride and ARC, he said his bottom line is still hurting. First, you don't get paid for 2 months going on 3, Beltran said. Then bills don't get paid, you fall behind, and the next thing you know your credit is bad just because of a lack of a budget. Half of the creditors you deal with are understanding or lenient and half don't care, he said. Yeah, I can take out an equity loan, but you just get more in debt, end quote. Beltran said he follows movement on the state budget daily and is on the phone with contacts in Sacramento trying to find out if any relief is coming. But for now, he waits, falling deeper into debt and unable to provide the services to people like Sanchez, who relied on it. Quote, it's funny, because last year we were celebrating our 20th anniversary doing this, Beltran said. Now we're in this situation.